All right, everybody, welcome back to Game Over Cancer. It's me again. I'm still here. And we are going to be moving on to the next game in our Mega Man block, Mega Man 3, Any Percent with Mellow Flows. Mellow, take it on away, my friend.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. Nublar, GG's on your run. I was watching the end of that. I think you finished a little bit too soon because I'm not ready, bro. But thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for having me, Strizer, Game Over Cancer. Such a wonderful event for a good cause. Love all you guys. Yes, I am the resident doggo in the Mega Man community. And today I will be running Mega Man 3, Rockman 3, the Japanese version. There's a few differences. I don't know them all, so don't ask. It's a very, very difficult speedrun, very precise. And it's very unique out of the 1 through 6. The slides are a bit shorter than the rest. You could always jump out of your slide unless you try to jump within the first 8 frames. But it doesn't matter if you're underwater, you don't have to do slide cancels. You could always jump out, so that's pretty nice. I'm going to be doing some safe marathon strats, so if you're an avid like Prizzy or Fastat watcher, you might be a little disappointed, but you know, it's a marathon. Also, I'll be doing commentary by myself, which I thought was a fine idea, but now that I'm here, it's going to be quite difficult because I have to concentrate a lot. My line of thought was, you know, there was a Mega Man 3 tournament that just ended, which I did a lot of commentary for, so I know how to do commentary for this, but in all of those cases, I was not playing. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, without further ado, let's try to stay under the estimates. Pray for me. I am good to go, so whenever you're ready with the countdown, my friend, let's do this.
Sure, let's get it rolling. Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Okay, so there's a few different starter stages in the run. Top Man is the fastest route, but since I will be doing it a bit safe, it kind of doesn't matter. But technically, this is the fastest route. This is the world record route. You have a few other options, like going Magnet first. That's a very good competitive route. You could still get a good time. And some people also do Gemini Man first, which I have no idea how they do that because that Buster fight seems impossible to me. But here in Top Man stage, well, actually throughout the entire run, it's very mash heavy. This route is the mashiest. Is that a word? It's the mashiest heavy route. So coming into this room with these cats, your jump mash has to be on point. So you want to kill them in 3 jumps, and on that 3rd jump, also get up on that ledge. So that one was good. Another one right here. There we go. Okay, so my mash isn't the best, but I could do like some of the strats. Also, 1 block slides you will not be seeing. I'm sorry, don't want to risk it. Also, here on this last room of top, we have these floating, spinning tops. You could actually skip this last one here if you're fast, but I do not want to risk it because dying right before a boss door is bad. Okay, Top Man fight. All you really want to do is time your iframes, and it's a scripted fight. Oh no, that's bad. That's really bad. The scripted fight, he always does the same thing every time. So yeah, he was supposed to be dead on the dirt cycle, but I messed up. So we got a little bit. We got another cycle, another spin to the left side. So time lost. Here we go. Good start. And thank you everyone for the good luck. Also, I don't know if I said that. So now we have Top Spin, one of the memeiest weapons in all of Mega Man, but if you know the speedrun, it's actually quite OP, and I'll explain more why later. Shadow Man stage now, a very difficult stage. This game has a very hard early game with Top, Shadow, and Gemini. Here we're going to be seeing our first Proto Man fight, Breakman. Gotta love the hitboxes on those Met Dozers. It makes no sense. Okay, so here's Proto. Mash, mashy mash. So that's about a typical fight for me. I can never finish him on the right wall, which is called the right wall kill. Dope. So we're going to be mitigating lag as much as possible by killing enemies as soon as they spawn. Those grenades are very annoying because their explosions linger and you could get hit by them long after they're already dead. Coming into this last long room, this is where we're going to normally be utilizing top to jump, kill these enemies, and jump over these pits and kill those enemies in one jump. But one design feature, let's call it a feature, of top spin is that when you kill something, well, you have to be in the air first of all, so you have to jump to be able to use your top spin. And when you collide with an enemy while you're spinning, it pushes you backwards. So if you try to do those jumps, it could be very dangerous. Oh, I thought I ran out of top spin. That would have been a nightmare. So yeah, you want to turn around when you kill enemies with top spin if you'd like to retain your forward momentum. So that also makes those jumps very tricky. Killing Shadow with top spin can also be kind of scary because top spin drains for every frame while you're in the hitbox of an enemy. So if you hit Shadow Man, you put him into iframes and you hold B, your top spin will just disappear. And then you have to buster fight Shadow, and that is such a nightmare. Alright, coming into Gemini Man stage, this is another very difficult stage, very precise. Already messed up. We got these penguins that it's RNG whether or not they, oh no, it's RNG whether or not they throw their egg. I kind of want that little help, but pace. Oh my god, this is, give me that. Okay, coming towards the end of this first room. Oh my god. This is a cutscene skip. Normally we would have to see Proto Man there. But if you slide into the screen transition and then jump out, ooh, another, whoops. Now we're gonna wait for this. And I still missed it. Proto Man skip, yeah. We have a music despawn now because we didn't let the cutscene play. So now that there's no music, there's actually a lot less lag in this game. This game is one of the laggiest in 1 through 6. My health is really bad, so I'm gonna get hit by either the dragonfly or the little penguins instead of this big thing. And we're gonna get this safety health because I actually need it. So this room is called the lag room because there's so much going on. If you have the music playing, this room is like basically impossible. Wait a second. Okay, we're gonna call Rush Marine. Shout outs to Rush Marine. More safety strats. And this is actually what I do in PB attempts, so don't make fun of me. It's a legit strat, okay? And I didn't call Rush Marine at the start of the room because you actually don't have enough weapon energy. You would have to stop and get those. Is this gonna kill me? Okay, we're fine. Yeah, if you call Rush Marine at the start of the water section, you don't have enough energy and you would have to stop and get those refills. So it's slightly faster to just keep coil equipped and call Rush Marine later in the room. As a avid Rush Marine user, I've tested that. And Gemini Man's dead, by the way. He has, there's 2 of them at the start, as you might have noticed, and it's a scripted fight as well. So you do the same thing, he does the same thing, and he dies, and hopefully you don't. Alright, now that the first 3 stages are out of the way, kind of have a breather stage, which is Needleman. I'm being very careful with my stage selects because I don't know backups, people. Learn your backups if you do a stage select fail. Alright, this first room we have these porcupine things. People with insanely good mash could stay on Buster and mash them down. but at a cost of 2 menus, you know, switching to Gemini is not that bad. Alright, these are the only one-tile slides you're going to see from me, since there's no pit below. And as I mentioned earlier, you cannot jump out of your slide until 8 frames has passed. So you are committed to your slide for at least 8 frames. If you begin your slide at the very left of the platform, you're fine. See, doing that third slide there was actually pretty risky, because it was a short slide, a mini slide. Gemini laser, very strong, very laggy. For some reason, it's made up of, I think, three whatchamacallits. What do you call the pictures in the games? Anyways, it's made up of 3 little parts, which is why if it's on screen, it's lagging. So we do not want to miss the shots here against Needleman, because you cannot despawn your weapon. You have to just watch Gemini laser bounce all around the room while you try to avoid getting hit, while it's laggy, while you're losing a bunch of time. Luckily, that didn't happen. The bank shot at the end bounced off the wall, hit Needleman, and we're good. If you do miss your Gemini laser in the Needleman fight and it starts bouncing around, that's called a Nudawa laser. Nudawa is one of an old school runner. I assume he got a lot of missed shots for that to be named after him, so shout out to Nudawa. Banger alert, Snake Man. This OST is very strong, by the way. There's so many good songs. Snake Man is usually a fan favorite. We're going to be using Rush Jet a lot in this stage now that we have Rush Jet. Like here, we're going to use Rush Jet to simply fly over this mini boss and transition the room. Oh wow. The faster top tier runners can do a snake zip and zip through those snakehead mini bosses, but it's very tight. Okay, please stop taking damage. Thank you. And we have another big snakehead coming up, which we're going to rush jet over as well. I have practiced the snake zips, but I'm not at a level yet where that's necessary. So here we go, we're gonna call Rush Jet. And in this game, you could actually despawn Rush Jet or Rush Coil by pressing pause during a slide. Because in this game, you cannot pull up the menu. You cannot pull up the menu during a slide. So if you try to press pause during a slide, your menu will not come up, but miraculously it despawns Rush Coil and Rush Jet. So we're going to be doing that in a few places so that I could shoot and then get rid of Rush before he causes any lag. And over here we're going to keep jumping because that does 3 things, I believe. If you jump while on Rush Jet, it does not consume your weapon energy. It also reduces lag since you're off screen at the top. Oops, this is a bad fight already. Oh, he's supposed to be dead by now. At least we landed on the center mound. Also, when you jump off of Rush Jet at the top there, your hitbox wraps around to the bottom of the screen, and sometimes that can be advantageous because you want to lure enemies to the bottom because they're dumb. The Snake Man fight's a really cool fight. I wish I showed it off better than that, but we'll have another try later in the refights. Now, Magnet Man stage, another stage where we're going to be facing Proto Man. But since my mash isn't the best, we're going to actually be using Shadow Blade. Wait, was that Magnet Man stage? I'm not sure if I called it Shadow by accident. But yeah, Shadow Blade strats are for the mash people that can't mash that well. What? Oh my god! Accidental diagonal. That's gonna hurt. You can only have one blade out at a time, so if you whiff like that, it costs a lot. So that was basically slower than my Buster fight. So the Shadow Blade strat kind of backfired on me there. No problem. Still using it throughout the rest of the stage because It's kind of mash heavy on the rest of it also. I think Shadow is as strong as 2 Buster Shots, so it's always a better choice. Okay, here in the jet section, if you do Magnet Man first, you would have to use these Yoku blocks, and no one wants to do that. I love how you can fit Jet in that little spot there to get an extra jump. Alright, back to Shadow Blade, which is basically... Oops. Okay, I missed it. In that last room, there's a way where you could kill that enemy and keep walking while you shoot Shadow Blades, because normally it makes you stop in place when you fire that weapon. Oh no. Alright, that was the bad pattern, but I made it worse. It's all good. So he dies in 4 Shadow Blade shots. When he jumps to the top like that, that's bad because he's far and he's not in the center of the room. In this stage, the fanfare does not begin until all of the boss's explosion bubbles get off of the screen. So for that to happen the fastest, you want them to explode in the center. Fights like Top Man, you can't really help but kill them on the side. But ideally, you want to finish every boss in the center. Oh no, not the bees. Not the bees, please. No bees. I was about to warn you about the bees, but oh my god, more bees. No more bees. Oh my god, more bees. So much lag. Leave me alone. And that was a showcase of 3 bees. I mean, there was a lot more than 3 bees, but 3 big bees dropping all of their babies. That was a lot of bees. Probably the most I've ever had in a run. Alright, these monkeys, I think they have 8 health. So if they chase you down like that, if both of them chase you down like that, that would be very laggy. Since I'm not confident in mashing 8 times, what I do is shoot them 4 times, which is how you force them to re-grab the ceiling. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna figure something out because my health is a little sketch. Drops, please. I guess we're gonna use E-Tank later, maybe. Okay, see that? I called Rush Coil so I could shoot. Oh no, okay. I called Rush Coil so I could shoot, then I despawned them. Alright, that was a bad fight, but I was worried about taking damage. We're gonna take the safety health so I can do the fast fight against Hardman. When you menu in this game, a few frames pass in game, so you want to menu like in rooms like that where you want something to happen. You're waiting for something to happen anyway, like getting that big stomper to get out of the way. So for the Hardman fight, you need at least half health to take 2 body contact damage, because if you don't take damage when he hits the ground, you'll be frozen for what feels like an eternity. So as long as you stay in his hitbox, when he hits the ground, you'll take another D-boost, and that knocks you out of the frozen state. Okay, so coming into the Sparkman stage, the last Robo, 8 Robo. It could be pretty tricky depending on the movement you go for. I will be going for the fastest movements for the most part because that's just what I know. I'm not trying to like be big-headed or anything, but like that's the only stuff that I've practiced, so I might die. Oh, you know what? In the very last room, I won't do the fastest, but here, well, yes, I will. And I'm dead. Thank you. Okay. No E-Tank could save you from that, unfortunately. Very commonplace for me to die there, at least. I will try to do it safe, even though Papat Dot who is like my speedrun hero. He tells me to never do anything that's not practiced, even if it's a safe strat. So that's a safe strat, just waiting a little bit. Oh god, oh god, oh god. No. Okay. Words of wisdom. Okay, I don't have much magnet left, so I'm gonna do an early switch to Shadow Blade for this next room. We have these junk blocks falling from the ceiling. They can fall on top of you. It doesn't kill you, but it does damage. And if it blocks your path because you're too slow, I genuinely do not know how to get through. Alright, I'm not gonna slide on these. That's super risky, but super swaggy. Alright, this guy, this is the worst pattern. He dies all the way on the left side, so as you can see, the fanfare did not begin until the bubbles went off screen. Thank you, Sparkman. Okay, so that was an 1852 teleport 8 robos, which is bad. Thank you, Toad and Vet. You guys are awesome too. Go easy on me in the race, will ya? Okay, so now we begin an even harder part of the run, which are the Dock Robos. Bringing back 2 Mega Man Robot Masters in each of these stages. In this one, we're gonna have Flash and Bubble, if I could get there. But first, more platforming and precise bustering. No one-tile slides here. No, sir. You want a small drop to have enough ammo for that room, but if you don't, you switch to Needle early, as it will be used for the remaining half of this first half. Okay, see, I pressed left there, but a little too early. When you slide out of a little slide tunnel like that, if you do a little wiggle, oh no. When you do a little wiggle coming out of slide tunnels and you're falling, if you wiggle at the right time, you'll get boosted to the right. And if you hold right, you get boosted to the left. It makes no sense. So you want to not hold right, which is counterintuitive, and just press left at the right time. Unfortunately, I did it a little too early, so I actually slid left back into the tunnel. So that was Flashman. Oh yeah, one of the differences of the Japanese version, his flash lasts much shorter. So you see he flashed the screen, and that was only frozen for a very short duration. Coming into this very scary water room. Oh my god, that was not a reverse D-boost, please. Okay. Drops are extremely scary. We're fine. Now, ladders. The real boss of Mega Man. This controller's kind of messed up, so I'm really surprised I didn't accidentally grab one of those ladders as I overlapped them during a jump. Ladder Man, done. Okay, now Bubble Man. So he could do 1 bubble, 2 bubble, or 3 bubbles, just like in Mega Man 2. 3 is the laggiest, thank you very much. And he's dead. That's what you get. And if you come into this room with a jump and touch those ceilings at the top, you just die, and you have to do the fight. There's no skip. I've tested it. I've tested it so you don't have to. Alright, coming into Dock Shadow, we have another opportunity to do a music despawn by killing yourself right there on the same exact frame that the screen transitions. So the death sound plays, and the music does not come back, and that reduces lag tremendously, which is very necessary in this other lag room. Oh no. With these red platforms. These red platforms are the worst. Which is why I'm being silent. Okay, you could do slides on those, which we call clutch jumps, because they're clutch if you get them. It's really difficult. But I did it the normal way. And now we are coming into the Woodman fight. Scripted fight. I wanted to position myself in a very specific place where I could get maximum damage and take minimum damage myself. Alright, that was... Oh, no, I spoke too soon. I took 2 hits. You only want the 1 hit. There is a big health right here. Even if you do the fight right, you always get it. And I'm getting drops, so more health. No drops in this room, please. Even though you technically need... Okay, I got more than enough. Thank you. That's a very scary room. Oh, see, I turned into a needle for a second there. Sprite, that's the word I was trying to think of earlier. Then I turned into the needle sprite for a second there. I have no idea why that happens, but it's a cool thing to do. Heatman, just like in Mega Man 2, could give you the 30, 60, or 90 frames in between him being vulnerable. Pretty favorable pattern there, I think, and I managed to get a double hit on one of those patterns, so it was a 3 cycle. And in order to get the double hit on Heatman, you have to hit him on the very first frame he becomes vulnerable. That prevents him from going back into his burning invulnerable state and allows you to hit him a second time. Okay, Needle Man, Doc Needle, is a very long and very boring stage. We're going to be using Rush Coil and Rush Jet quite a bit. Oh no. Shout out to Strizer's emote. Knocking me off the ladder, why don't you? Alright, coming into the Airman fight, if he gives you the worst pattern known in Mega Man 2, that's actually the best pattern here in Mega Man 3. We're going to be shooting, starting off with a lemon from Rush Coil. You menu at the right time, which allows it to get through the tornado. Oh, God. Alright, we're going to E-Tank. Cannot risk doing this auto-scroller again. What? That's not what I want. Okay, so yeah, you menu, and that allows your lemons to go through things. And then when you switch to another weapon, your lemon actually inherits the properties of the weapon you switch to. So the lemon that hit him was basically a spark shot, and it did the damage that a spark shot would. So we're going to be using that exploit again in another fight. We're going to shoot a coil lemon, switch our weapon while that lemon is soaring through the air, and let it take on the properties of a different weapon. Please, to the left, to the left. Again, in that Rush Jet section, basically an auto-scroller, I was luring enemies to the bottom, or at least trying to, by wrapping around my hitbox by jumping up off the top. It didn't work that well because a lot of those dragonflies knew exactly where I was. Okay, coming into the Clash fight. He jumps when you press B, so if you do this correctly, you can meet him mid-air and shoot him. And in 4 hits, 2 per jump, he's dead. Okay, now the last Doc Robot, Doc Spark, where we have Metal Man and Quick Man. Quick Man is a very scary fight at the end of this stage, so I am already worried. Shout out to this... Oh, what? That was not the right weapon. Where is it? Okay. Mega Man 3 menus. It's actually a really good menu. You can press B to switch pages, and it's really fast. But that enemy on the ladder, which is normally something you don't even think about, I like to think about, because I have friends who are Buster only runners, and that enemy is so difficult for them to get past because, of course, Buster only shoots left and right. Shout out to Buster only runners. What is the hitbox on this spring? How did that hit me? Anyways, switching to Magnet Missile, as it is the weakness for Metal Man here. This is a fight where, of course, we want to get to the right side so we can exit fast, but it's really difficult to do since that's where he is. So being in the center of the room by the end of that fight is good enough for me. Okay, we have another opportunity to do a music despawn if I kill myself on the screen transition frame, but I won't risk it, so we're going to keep the music, deal with a little bit more lag. Oops. And just not die. I think that's the best choice for all of you fine folks here. Alright, do I have enough Magnum Missile to destroy one of these? Yes, I do. Because, oh yeah, those junk blocks cause lag too, just by existing. So if you can destroy them, please do. Yo, shout out to Coltaho. Okay, so I'm going to menu now. And the reason why I wait is so I could see what pattern he gave me. Oh god, I took body contact. I'm so dead. Never mind, he's dead. Yeah, so I menu during his first jump so I could see whether he gives me a big jump or a small jump so I could then act accordingly. I still didn't act accordingly. I took body contact, which is what you don't want to do. You do need to take D-boosts in that fight, but you want to do it on the boomerangs. By the way, Brakeman was Proto Man. Who would have thought? My mash made that fight like twice as long as one of the top tier runners. But it's all good, it's all good. As long as you don't die to him. And you have to use Buster in that fight, I believe. Honestly, I've never tried switching weapons. I only played this game as a speedrun. I never played it casually. So when I first picked it up, it was with the intention of speedrunning it. So everything that I know is from speedrun strats. Okay, so now the secret's out. Wily is the bad guy. So here in the Wily 1, we have the Wily stages are pretty short. We're going to be doing some D-boost to get across the spikes as fast as possible. We're going to menu here because menuing in this game makes you drop from ladders, so might as well use it there when I want to let go of the ladder. Oops. What? Okay. And here on out, since we're in the Wily stages, of course, as you all know, Mega Man runners, you have to be very, very aware of your weapon energy because they will not refill at the end of these stages. So, this is all you get unless you get drops. Coming into the Kame Goro Maker, he's weak to Shadow Blade and also Top. I use Top because if you whiff with Shadow Blade, it could easily become a mess. This is a very RNG heavy fight. If the Maker goes to the right side, he will release the turtle early. If he goes to the left side, he will hold on to that turtle much longer than you would like. Alright, coming into Wily 2, this is our Yellow Devil fight. I'm gonna say it right now, I am not consistent at this fight, so please do not boo me if we see a second cycle. Also, we have bees. The stage is very short but very dangerous because of bees. Excuse my speed noises. There's another strat to use Rush Coil, which is slightly faster, but Rush Jet is far more consistent. Okay, the Yellow Devil fight. You could bang your head here, you could say no. This is a good opportunity to just make Mega Man show how you're feeling. As you wait for the yellow devil to bring himself together, I'm going to be positioning myself on this knee over here. Take 2 D-boosts. Yes! I did it! I actually did it. You take those D-boosts right at the right time so that you stay under his hitbox and iframes, which gives you just enough time to do 2 jumps and mash your heart out upwards right into the eye. Whoops, I was supposed to press the menu during the slide, but the slide didn't come out, so the menu came. I wanted to despawn Rush Coil. Make sure you're in a slide. Okay, another short stage. Whoops. You only want to deboost here, but it's okay. You don't need health in this stage. Was his last words. Coming into the holographic Mega Man fight. Here we're going to come in with Rush Coil equipped, Call Dog, Shoot Lemons, switch to Top Spin. Those lemons then inherit the Top Spin properties, which do damage per frame, and it also penetrates bad guys. So it was going through him. Wait, why am I menuing? It was going through the holographic Mega Man and doing damage per frame. See, I just did the wiggle, which gave me more distance towards the right there, so I was able to get on that top platform coming out of that little slide, narrow space. People with incredible mash smash down these guys, but I can't do that, so deboost. Coming into the refights now, a very, very fun refight Mega Man 3 has. Very involved. We're going to be utilizing soft weaknesses to optimize our menus. Okay, I want this. Which is why we're simply not just doing these in like clockwise or counterclockwise. It's all to optimize our menus. We're going to use all of the menus on one page first. And now that, oh, this is bad. Okay, fine. Almost got a third cycle there, even though I now have Top Man's weakness. That would have been sad. Hard Band, again, gonna take the 2 deboosts. Oh no, I'm out. Okay, I killed him with hard, so I have to wait for just a bit. I don't know why that happens, but at least I didn't soft lock. You can soft lock in the Japanese version. Killing Gemini with his own weapon because you just want to disrespect them like that. The weapons, the bosses are weak to their own weapon, which is pretty cool. And conveniently, it is the weakness for Needleman, so we go up there. And now we're going to switch the page for Shadow Blade, which is what we're going to use on the last 2 bosses. Magnet Man. Oh. Bruh, where you going? D-pad problems. Unintentional diagonal again. And here on Spark. Worst pattern again. Let me see if I can do this. Yes! That's actually very precise to avoid that health and just teleport out. And that's refights. Coming into the Wily Machine. There is a quick kill for this fight. Hopefully I don't mess it up because the backup is just terrible. We're going to use Search Snake on both of his phases. Phase 1, pretty simple. Start mashing as soon as that leg goes up. Phase 2, a little bit more tricky. Oh, that was so close. As you saw, I shot 2 Search Snakes to the left. And what the purpose of that is to intentionally cause lag. That way, in real life, I have more time to do my jump mash. Alright, coming into the Gamma fight. This is the last stage. So time will be on the last hit of the second phase when he turns into an even bigger head than that. What? He's still not... Oh, what is happening? Why is that taking so long? Take a D-boost, switch the top, and done. So while I was in iframes, I was able to be in his hitbox and use topspin. That is one of the many ways of taking him down. Definitely the most consistent for myself. And that's Mega Man 3. Thank you all for the GGs. Thank you, Strizer. Thank you, Game Over Cancer, for having me. Very, very fun speedrun. I wouldn't recommend it as a first. Like, if you want to get into Mega Man speedruns, I would not recommend starting with this one. I would say, like, to Mega Man 2 Zipless or something. This is very tight if you go for the fastest strats. Mash heavy, and it's very unforgiving for your mistakes. Okay, so that run wasn't deathless, but I died in a place where it's pretty common for me, and I mean, I could have avoided it, but I wanted to go fast. Well, so one death, I'll take it, which was in Sparkman stage. Not bad.
All in all, quite a fantastic run, Mellow.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really love this, the credits music. It's so beautiful, and it has it shows all of like the inventory of Robos so far, where it then reveals that Proto Man was the original robot at 000.
And we just got a $100 donation from Notorious, saying GG and good luck to all of the runners for this great cause. You are incredible and talented. Happy to have many of you as great friends. Thank you so much for the donation, Nate. It's greatly appreciated.
Yo, shout out to Nate. Thank you very much. It's for such a good cause. And yeah, keep them coming, everybody.
Now, Mello.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you're on our next run as well, right?
Oh boy, yeah. Yep, I am racing two of my friends, Lookin' Toad and Iraq Vet, who are very strong Mega Man 4 runners. They actually just finished their Mega Man 4 run in the Mega Man Relay Race, so I know they're all warmed up and ready to destroy me.
Well, I have faith. I believe in you, Mello. As well as believing in the rest of our runners. But that will be it for Mega Man 3 for now. Myself and Mello will be right back. We're going to be going into a Mega Man 4 any % race with Mello, Lookin' Toad, and Iraq Vet. Everybody stay tuned. We'll see you here in a few minutes.
See ya.